thing. Where's my Arctic MX4? That's probably too much. A little warm in your shop, huh? What did I do with my splitcher? I was sitting here thinking that I was going to repair some of my logic boards, and then I realized, wait a minute, you have paying customers that need their stuff fixed. I'm like, never mind. Hello. Oops. When I fired up the heat gun and everything, it was game over, huh? Sorry, I'm just gonna put this MacBook Air back together real quick, and then I have one more to put a battery in, and then I'll get to the main event, which is going to be a nightmare. That's right, this board is missing the little rubber fan shroud. I was going to be nice and put one on here for him. Where's my little screw? That's not it. This board, I'd ultrasonic the other day. This one was a MacBook Air, no power. I don't remember what I fixed, but that's right. Where's the little fan rubber dudes? Got a pile of them. Oh, looks good. Mm-hmm. Go in there. I apologize. The first 20 minutes of this stream is going to be somewhat boring. I'm just trying to put this computer back together. It's been sitting on the bench for a couple days now. I need to get paid. I did 2 hours of boring here, 20 minutes. Nah, it wasn't boring. It was interesting, man. It's cool to see how other people do repairs and stuff. Go about troubleshooting and whatever. That's how you learn. Is you know, subscribe to a bunch of different people's channels, and their teaching styles are different, and you know, maybe you pick up on something that one of them does, it makes sense to you, and you're able to fix something. I mean, I do that all the time. I watch lots of other channels, and people do things different, and I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that, you know, or I didn't think of that, and so I'd try it, and you know, sometimes it gets incorporated into my workflow, and sometimes it doesn't. Why do people always take the DC board or the DC board screw out and put the wrong one back? But you guys know, screw that goes into the DC board has orange thread locker on it, or it's more like red. Yeah, not orange, red thread locker. Blue thread locker is logic board screws and fan. Ooh, why is it going in crooked? Alright, we gotta fix it. Loosen you up. This board is like crooked. Yep, that's right, and it also has a different. The thread or the screw itself is slightly thicker and has less threads, I think, if I remember correctly. Why did I just use an SSD screw? Is that the SSD screw? You dummy. Oh no, it's not. That's the right one. No, you're a dummy for calling yourself a dummy. Whoa. Putting screws in sideways, that's not good. It's not a good way to start out. Camera. DC cable. Part that takes the longest is the stinking Wi-Fi cable. Spudger. My OBS is acting up like it. I open it when I go to live or to go live, and it doesn't do anything. So I open another instance of OBS, and then it works, and then it tells me that it crashed, which it didn't crash, obviously, because you guys are watching me. So. course, they didn't include the SSD to this machine. So we're gonna external boot. I'm gonna create another bootable drive from one of these thumb drive here. I've got my T5 SSD and I hate lugging that thing around to boot from it one of these nights when I've got extra time on my hands. Let's see. Turn on power supply. Get my DC cable. We're going to option boot this little MacBook. Yes, and that's how long it usually takes me to put a MacBook back together. About 5 minutes. Depending on the mood. Alright. If you cables don't stop touching each other, I'm going to get upset. See if it works with this. External boot with this. Power. Oof, their trackpad's kind of crappy. Cool thing about having this external boot operating system is I don't even have to plug the Wi-Fi password in. It's already hooked up, so I gotta go through my checklist. Is camera working? Hey. Camera works. What we got for battery cycles here? 435, 92%. Slot 13. Sorry, I'm just doing my post repair function test checklist. 430. 435 cycles. 92. Percent. Camera works. Bluetooth works. Looks like it's charging. Taking 3 amps. Check that later. Check that later. Keyboard and keyboard backlight. That's right. Good old coconut battery. Does backlight work? Keyboard backlight works. Caps lock. Let's check. So that works. Oh, whoops. Cover up the ambient light sensor if you want to check the keyboard backlight. Yeah, that's working. Yeah, I have all sorts of cool tools. Coconut battery, I have max fan control, I have TG Pro. Check the keyboard. Hey. Wrong button. Keyboard works. Microphone work. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 1:38 a.m. I'm having some trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
Oh, microphone works. Even though she don't tell me what time it is. Oh, she is. She thinks it's Tuesday, or this computer thinks it's Tuesday at 7:04 p.m. So yeah, the time is not set. Which keyboard tester is that? That's called Inspect. You can download it for free. It actually has a dead pixel tester too. This guy right here is a dead pixel tester. So if you do arrows, you can check different colors, and you can see if the screen has dead pixels. Fancy schmancy. Yep. Alright, so this piece of this very nice computer that I took time out of my day to fix is repaired. I got the dead pixel test and Tech Tool Pro, but need the keyboard tester still. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Inspect. If you just Google it, you can find it. It's free. I love it. I searched for a long time, and I found a bunch that were online, but it's like, I don't want to have to go online to use my apps and tools that I use to make sure a computer's working. I want them, on my bootable SSD. I got a little folder called apps and tools so I can test stuff. I don't want to have to go online to get a tool to use it to test the computer. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, so keyboard backlight pass, keyboard function pass, microphone pass, speakers pass, touch pass, USB pass, volume mute pass. Alright, we'll go ahead and quit with that. I've only got a couple more function tests to do. Alright, well, I'll call this one fixed. Shut it down. Yeah, 53% battery, so it's charging. Cool. So this little doggy is repaired. Cool. Undo that. Where's the bottom cover? This particular client doesn't really trust their customer data. So they don't have me use their device with with their customers' computers when they give them to me to fix. Sorry, I had to move it. I didn't really dox anything. It's just a repair shopper sticker, but just want to protect everybody's anonymity. Yep. Yeah, I stumbled on that. I was looking for a good keyboard checker because in the early days of doing repairs, most of the repairs I got were replacing keyboards and MacBook Airs. And you know, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, how can I tell if the keyboard's working or not working? Because based on how many keys are working or not working, you can kind of take the cues from that and you can pretty much diagnose what's going on. Say like you get a MacBook Air and none of the keys on the keyboard are working at all. Well, that's generally the trackpad or the trackpad cable is corroded. If there's 3 or 4 keys on one side that are not working, then the keyboard is damaged. So it's stuff like that, like little subtle things that you pay attention to. And so, you know, I would get computers from my clients and they would say, oh, the whole keyboard doesn't work. And so I'd like quote them, you know, a repair to replace the keyboard in the top case. And then it's much more money than it is to replace a trackpad cable. So I kept running into the problem where I'm diagnosing these repairs as, oh, it's the trackpad cable instead of the whole entire keyboard. And so I'm like, I want a tool that I can use to test the keyboard and make sure it works or it doesn't. And so I Googled that and found it. Pretty fancy. Alright, where's my next victim? Slot 9. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, typically if a trackpad's is got liquid damage, it'll type random keys. Like you'll type a key and it'll type the key a bunch of times and stuff like that. Or the computer will not turn on at all. I've had that before. I've had liquid damaged trackpads and the computer wouldn't turn on, and I actually bought on eBay, I bought 2 MacBook Airs 2015s, and because one of the traces on the trackpad cable that is for SMC, turns the SMC on and off, was corroded, and so it was basically telling the computer, holding it, you know, holding SMC reset L, holding it low so the SMC wouldn't turn on. And as soon as I unplugged the trackpad, the computer turned on. And I paid like $100 for that computer. I turned around and sold it for like $400 or $500. You know, this was like a year or two ago when they were still worth a bunch. But yeah, I was pretty excited about that. I'm like, all it was a trackpad cable. That was like a $3 cable, and it's fixed. This is just a battery replacement. This battery it still works, but it's got 1,000 cycles, and the owner is complaining that it's not lasting very long, so we're just going to put a new battery in here. It's still it'll be a good test. I'll put it in my test, my boxes for test batteries. After I get this battery in, we'll go to the main event, which is an A1708, I believe, that's liquid damaged. Not sure I'm going to be able to fix that. I'm going to try. I'm going to really try to at least get it working tonight. Or tonight, this morning. I'm going to try to get it running at least. Mm. Put that battery in straight. Thousand cycles and complaining it's not lasting very long. A lot of miles on that battery. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, I know the person who owns this. The girl, she's a younger girl, and so she plays games and stuff, and is complaining and they travel a lot, so she's complaining the battery's not lasting very long. So make sure I get that all the way in there. Where's my plastic spudger? I'm not going to use a metal spudger on the battery. That would not be good. Come on. Dude, if I can fix the mess I was working on, you can... Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that MacBook Pro scares me. I opened it up. It's part of my diagnostics. When I get a computer's liquid damage, I like to open it up and make sure it doesn't have, active like liquid in it. And if it does, I try to dry it out a little bit before I work on it. So I always open it up and take a peek around. I didn't take the logic board out, but you'll see. It's the backlight circuit is corroded. And then the TPS 51980 has got corrosion on it, which I think is why it's not turning on. But those computers always trip me up. Like I mean, I have a pretty good success rate with repairing those, but sometimes I get one that is a nightmare and I can't fix it, and I don't like to waste a ton of time. I used to waste a lot of time trying to fix machines, and I don't do it anymore. If I can't figure it out within an hour or two, I give up. Bum, 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 bum. Hmm? What? Oh no, that's right. Shoot. What is the password for this? You know what? We'll just option boot. I love these older machines you can option boot. The newer ones, man, the T2. Ugh. Yuck. Fingerprints. Ah. This is not a touch screen. This is I think a 2013 or 2015. The hinges are kind of worn out. Got a 2019 stuck in DFU mode. DF mode is for iPods, not multitask. Yeah, I've messed with DFU a few times, and I think I've been able to successfully do things like once or twice. All right. Manufacture date, blah 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 blah. 1,000 or 100%. Cool. There's another one. I have any other easy stuff? No. Yeah, I've got one. I've got another Air that needs um a DC board, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. So this is done. All right. Sorry for the loud noise, but I'm really not looking forward to this, but it should be interesting. Got to get it done, because if I fix it, I get paid. Anybody want some Jolly Rancher screwdrivers? Where are you? You, slot 5. Grab a piece of tape real quick. That's not really going to obscure anything. What a noob. I know what I can do. Here we go. High-tech security device. New on the market. You've never seen high-tech security like this. Obscuring. As you can see, this has a brand new screen on it. Because the people, I'm not sure if they thought that the LCD was bad. Because it's not turning on. But yeah, no. Buying a brand new LCD for this computer was a mistake. Because it's liquid damaged. I think it's an A1708. Yep. I'm going to change the title of this video to So welcome to my nightmare. Yep, exactly. Well, let's bring on the swine. Alright, A1708, no power, liquid damaged. What are we drawing here for a current? Let's probably turn this power supply off, since we don't use it on USB-C models. Oh, 5.11 volts, 70 milliamps. Just went to 20 volts, 10 milliamps. Blech. Been at my desk streaming since 7:30. Had enough. Gonna hit the couch, gents. Catch you on the next one. All right. Take care. All right. So both of my CD3215s are working. I am gonna go ahead and open this computer. Undo the battery. Leave the BMU cable hooked up. The batteries unplugged. But we're going to leave the battery info cable plugged in. That wasn't even sitting in there. Let's see, what are we drawing now? Probably the same. I don't even know why I'm bothering to do this. Five volts, 30 milliamps, jumps to 20. All right. I'm going to pull out the multimeter and measure some power rails here. Since we are getting 20 volts. What is our PP bus at? 13.1, which is what it's supposed to be. Yeah. So we're probably missing PP5ES5 or PP5ESO. Wait. Yeah, something like that. This is an 875 board number. Is that correct? Yep. 820 A1708. So I'm going to go to Flex BV. We'll do the Flex BV cam. A1708. A75 board number. Yeah, PP5ES5. We're missing that, so I guarantee might be part of our culprit. But if you look at the board, we're going to go to microscope view here. As soon as I find OBS, scope cam, go. Yeah, corrosion. Lots and lots of it. Gotta adjust my microscope. Things are blurry for me. That's our backlight circuit. This is looking rough. Yeah, looking a little rough. Looking a little rough around the edges there. And that's not even what worries me. What is U2890 for? Let's see. Hello. Yeah, man. Why are you not working? There we go. U2890 is for our USB-C high speed. Thunderbolt. Yep, has to do with Thunderbolt. PP3V3 UPC XBLDO. Let's see if that's shorted. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to. I was looking at OBS, or I mean, Flexboard view. I'm gonna go up here, see if this is shorted. Believe it or not, no, it's not shorted. It's our backlight. Is our backlight shorted to ground? PPV out SO LCD backlit. Wow, believe it or not, our backlight's not shorted either. Dang, if you can believe that. Is PP5ES5. See, this is our TPS51980. This is what generates our 5 volt and 3.3 volt power rails. I'm betting you that big capacitor to the right there, that is PP5ES5. I'm hoping that's shorted to ground. Yeah. We'll go on this side here. Nope, not shorted, but it's not generating. So I'm sure our TPS is messed up. These caps are... Well, that cap's falling off. And it's shorted. Yeah, that's PP bus G3 hot P3V3S5. So that is important. That little capacitor here to the right here that's falling off. That is important. And the pad underneath is gone. So, yeah. That's not good. But hey, our PP bus isn't shorted to ground. Where does that go to? Oh, that just goes to pin 23 of... It just goes to pin 23 of the chip, so that that test point just goes to right here. So we could run a wire there. I mean, that's going to be rough because that's a small place to run a wire. Is there anywhere else I can run it? Yes, there is. I may opt for that. I think I'm going to opt for that repair instead because soldering to the little solder joints on this chip is a pain. So I can go around the corner here to this guy. I could even solder to this probe point here. Or test point, yeah. Yeah. Those are all connected. Yeah, pin 24. So that right there. Is there an extra pin there? I don't know. But we're gonna have to do a lot of cleaning and replacing. I think that's what it boils down to. Like all this looks horrible. And we're definitely gonna have to do some cleaning there. Got some nastiness there. I mean, this is our backlight circuit. I don't really care about that right now. What I want to do is get this computer to turn, this board to actually turn on. So we're going to pull it real quick. We're going to pull the board out. We're going to go ahead and pull the board out of here and just work with that because it'll still... Man, you got thermal paste on your probes. Alright, so we're going to pull the board out right now. Let's see if we can't get this thing running. We've got 4 people watching. Does that include myself? Oh, 2 people. Never mind. So maybe me and 1 other person? Or 2 other people and me? I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate anyone who's hanging around. You don't have to. If you don't want to watch this, you're not going to hurt my feelings. If you leave, this board is going to get repaired either way. But if you do stick around, thank you. And hopefully we'll get a win. That'd be nice to get a fixed board. We're definitely going to have to work over here in this area, is what caught the most of the liquid damage. Obviously the screen's probably okay because it's brand new. The other thing that's a little bit concerning is the LCD, or I mean is the USB-C ports. They should be okay. I hear you, man. Oops. Like I said, not a problem. I appreciate you guys hanging out for however long you do. And you will not hurt my feelings if you take off. MacBook and these 25 screws that you gotta take out. It's annoying, I tell you. Somebody steal the... Someone stole one of the SSD screws out of here. I'm gonna have to replace that. Do the battery cable. Do that. Wi-Fi. That should be it. Should be able to get the board out now. I said should be able to get the board out now. Come on. Alright, where am I going to put this? In a safe spot. I am curious about what the back of the board looks like. Based on what I see on the back of the board, that will either increase our chances of repairing this or decrease them significantly. We're going to do away with the SSD for safety. Oh, I forgot it's got that tape on it. I hate doing this, but you have to. Definitely don't want to be soldering on this board. Customer's data plugged in. $128, $256. Nice. All right, put that safety box. Our ports are a little dirty. Put our screwdriver away for now. We're gonna have to adjust our camera now since we don't have this in the board. A little dirty, nothing corroded off, which would render this a no fix pretty much, because although I can and I have replaced these USB ports, it is not a fun job, let me tell you. What are the odds that I'm going to clean these contacts on these ports and this board will turn on? What do you say? 50-50 shot? $80-20? Or do you think I'm nuts? Oh, you're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, dude. I don't even know why you're bothering cleaning those contacts off, because it's not going to work. But I tell you, stranger things have happened. This board's in really good shape. I mean, usually when you see these a couple of year old or a few year old A1708s, these barbs on the sides of these are usually like worn all the way down. Those are blurry. Really good shape. Alright, I'm going to humor my crazy brain. Stuck at 5 volts. It was one of our CD3215s bad. No, it can't be. Can't be. Huh. Well. We're stuck at 5 volts now. Yeah, you go to bed, Sad Mac. You go to bed. 19.8, 10 milliamps cycling. Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this board. But you know, we're gonna try to fix it anyway. I'm gonna check and see if I have LDO shorts on my CD3215s. Probably barking up the wrong tree, but let's try it. Ouch. Nope. No short there. Nah. Nope, our CD3215s are fine. I'm don't see anything yet. Any real bad corrosion. There's our ISL 9239. Just PP bus. I think we actually have a shot at getting this board working, as long as I can fix up this area over here that's a little messed up. Like I said, I don't even care about the backlight circuit right now. This is my guy right here. This is what I care about. So I think we're gonna attack that first. Yeah. I'm going to clean it with IPA first, and then I'm going to attack that chip, and I'm going to just pull those janky capacitors off, clean it up, run a jumper around the corner here to connect this guy over to here, because they both go to this pin here. I'm going to clean this area up and see what happens. So we'll just take it one area at a time, and I mean, we really only have 2 areas of corrosion, and PP bus is not shorted. So I'm willing to bet we may be able to get this board running. That capacitor just flew off. You can see him here. We're going to get rid of him because he's broken. We don't care about you anymore. Could take House Moth's approach, and we could alcohol this whole entire board first. Kind of see what happens. What if it turns on? That would be hilarious. Like, IPA for the win. Yeah, no, we've got bad solder joints there. I think that's our LED driver, I believe. I think, let's see. Is it? That is U8400. Yep, that's an LP8548B1SQ. That is our... Oh, you secret sauced it, right. Yep, that's our backlight driver. So we're definitely gonna probably not have backlight. But we don't care about that. All we want is a chime for right now. If we can get a nice little chime sound, 20 volts at 500 milliamps. Then I will not have to put this board in my donor pile. That is weird little rainbow thing going on there. Don't understand that. But yeah, there's no liquid damage on this side, which makes me happy because it's far away from the CPU. Alright. Get our hot air. Where did OBS go? Just trying to make sure I can see what I'm doing. We're gonna go this way. What is up with my air? Oof, that's a hole, man. Big time hole. Fume extractor up over here. Ooh. Oh man, I just touched the container to my solder wick and now I smell burnt plastic. Alright, I'm gonna flip the board around so I can touch up those joints on that ship. Is that... Alright. Yeah, let's... Oh, excuse me, I got a cough. One moment. Back. Oof. Oh, I can just scrape that and run a jumper. Alright. Touch those up. Look at the mess. Where's my hobby knife? scraping some of the copper off so we can run a jumper. The other thing is I gotta see if, make sure there's nothing shorted in this hole. Don't think there is. Geez, that hole goes all the way down into the board. Crazy. It is nuts. Just goes right through the board. Can I even fit a probe down there? Whoops. Drop my tweezers. See, I gotta move the camera or the microscope out of the way for a minute. I don't know if that's going to affect anything or not. That tweezers on hardwood floor sound. Yeah, the ting 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 sound. Grab a donor board real quick. All right. Oh no. We're missing. Oh, those caps are no good. Can't use those. Some donor boards you are. Components are all messed up. I've only got a couple of these donor boards. May have to either check cross compatibility or where am I? Oh, okay. Check something real quick. I'm gonna test some connections here. I'm just worried that since that trace got ripped. Yeah, so it just goes through this chip to here, so I really just need to connect that. I think I just need to connect those back. I'm going to just do a quick test. Like I'm going to replace these caps and stuff and check the board, see if it turns on. If it does, I'm going to fill that hole with solder mask and seal it up nice and tight. See if I can actually connect to this wire. See if I can get a capacitor to span that. It's gonna be close. Hate to admit it, but this is kind of a mess. Alright, good night. We'll see you later. Yeah, it's getting kind of late for me too, so if this works, I'll probably call it on this video for tonight and work on this some more tomorrow or something. More flux. How hot? That's soldered. It's crooked, but it's soldered. Is it touching anything else? No. That's funny. See, put a little more solder on there. Okay. I wonder if those two connections are now connected. Awesome. That's what happens when you leave your drawer open. It starts pulling stuff out of the drawer. Of course, my multimeter turns off. So that's connected. Still no, no turning on. Okay. Something around our ISL bad. We have PP3V42 or PP3V3. Was it PP3V42? Yep. We got PP3V42. Our we're stuck at 5 volts. Hmm. It's so blurry. Blurry. We're stuck at 5 volts. What is PB bus? Uh-oh. That's not good. Our PB bus is gone now. We got a short on PB bus? No. Hmm. We're not getting 20 volts anymore. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it just went to 20 volts now. Don't. Not sure what the heck's going on here. Alright, so we now have 13 volts there. But we don't have 13 volts there. C7680 and C7650. Well, that's VN. So yeah, that's our power that goes, our PP bus power that goes to our TPS 51980 via pin 23. It says VN23. Pin 6, 7, and 8 should have voltage coming out. Shoot, I can't get a probe down there. Oh. On the giant inductor here. So I'm wondering if this is bad, if this MOSFET's bad. Guess the only thing I can do is try to replace it and see what happens. I have no idea if that'll fix it or not. I'm just kind of grasping right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. May just end this stream after I change this if it doesn't work. So I have no reason to suspect that it will. Oh, I'll just snag that solder ball. Ow! That was very hot. I just burned myself. That didn't feel good. Let that cool off. I don't know if that did anything, probably not, but that's okay. It's still a little hot. Gonna let it cool off. I'm wondering if I still need to run a jumper there, if that's going to work. Because electrically, those 2 points should be connected. And it's not. On my board, it isn't. Interesting. Let's run a wire there, see what happens. Why not? Just for old time's sake. I have a feeling that the trace underneath that capacitor was supposed to connect all the rest of that circuit together, and it can't now because it was corroded. We're gonna give it a little incentive. we're gonna incentivize this guy. Ha! See that? It's hilarious. So those are all electrically connected now. Got nothing. Hmm. Still trying to figure this out. Alright, I'm going to call this a close. It's been almost 2 hours on the stream. I'm going to keep playing with this board, but I haven't been doing any talking really, so anyway. Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.